This is where the British were camped out. On April 18th, 1775, at 9 o'clock at night, 700 troops left this campground, came down here to the beach, got into rowboats right here on the Charles River, and they rowed their boats across the Charles River, marched to Lexington, and conquered for the shot heard round the world. According to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow in a poem called Paul Revere's Ride, one if by land, two if by sea, I on the other shore shall be. Right now we are driving on the sea. This is where the British got into their boats on the night of the midnight ride of Paul Revere. Now that poem, from start to finish, lies. It was not one if by land, two if by sea. It was one if by land, two if by river, the Charles River. The next line in the poem is I on the other shore shall be, in reference to Paul Revere being on the other side of the river, and he was looking for the two lanterns held up in the Old North Church. Not true. He was over here on Boston Common. Paul Revere was a hired spy paid by the Sons of Liberty to watch the British troops. He saw the British troops getting into their boats, went running up Beacon Hill, down to the north end, went to his friend Robert Newman at the Old North Church, and he said, Bob, you have keys to the church, and I have 40 friends on the other side of the river looking for a signal. I want you to go to the top of the steeple, hold up two lanterns, so that my 40 friends will know the British troops are crossing the river. On the night of the midnight ride, Paul Revere was not looking for a signal, he was the signal. It was his idea. Now that being said, it wasn't even midnight. It was 9:30 p.m. So technically it was the 9:30 p.m. ride of Paul Revere and 40 of his friends. And wait, this is going to blow your mind because I know you're paying attention. Not one single person yelled out, the British are coming. No one. Not Paul Revere, not any one of his 40 friends. How do I know that so definitively? It was the day before the Revolutionary War began. Everyone was British. If you yelled out the British are coming on April 18th of 1775 at 9 o'clock at night, you would have looked like an idiot. Someone would have thrown open a window and said, I know, I'm right here. Why are you waking me up? It's late, man. Go to bed. Or they may have been arrested because 1/3 of the population was loyal to the king. If they did yell anything that night, they may have yelled out the regulars are on the move, but that sounds like a Metamucil ad. For the record, Julia just stopped for pedestrians crossing the crosswalk.